Today, you will experience the life simulation of a ninja in Japan's Sengoku period. You are born in a ninja village in Iga Province. From birth, everyone here shares the same destiny, to become a weapon hidden in darkness. Your father is one of the village's finest ninjas. He tells you that ninjas are not samurai. Ninjas have no glory. A ninja's only purpose is to complete the mission and disappear. Training begins at 5. Every day you run barefoot through the forest, learn to scale walls, and practice holding your breath for long periods. Thick calluses form on the soles of your feet. At 10, you begin learning ninjutsu's core skill, disguise. You must learn to pose as a farmer, merchant, monk, even a woman. A great ninja can become invisible anywhere. At 12, you learn to use poison for the first time. Your master teaches you to identify over 30 toxic plants and how to slip poison into a target's food or water without a trace. At 13, your master gives you a test. Infiltrate the neighboring village lord's mansion without being detected by anyone, and steal the seal from his desk. You succeed. That night you creep through darkness for 4 full hours, passing 3 walls and 12 guard patrols. When your master receives the seal, he simply nods. At 15, you receive your first real mission. Spy on enemy castle troop deployments for a feudal lord. Disguised as a traveling medicine seller, you live in the castle town for an entire month. By day you sell medicine. By night you secretly draw maps of the castle. You memorize every guard shift, every gate's thickness, and every well's location. After your mission, the lord wins a crucial battle using your intelligence. But no one knows your name. This is a ninja's fate. By 20, you are one of IGA's finest ninjas. You have completed 17 missions, never failed, and no one has ever seen your true face. But you harbor a secret. During a mission, you save a peasant girl about to be executed. She doesn't know you're a ninja, only that a masked man saved her life in the moonlight. You begin secretly watching her. When she washes clothes by the river, you hide in the trees above. You know ninjas must not have feelings, but you cannot help yourself. At 25, Oda Nobunaga launches his invasion of Iga. Tens of thousands of troops march to annihilate every last ninja. For the first time, Iga's ninjas step out of the shadows and fight openly. You set ambushes in the mountains, using traps, poisoned arrows, and fire attacks to repel Nobunaga's advance forces again and again. But the enemy is simply too numerous. Nobunaga commits 40,000 troops, while Iga's ninjas and civilians number barely 4,000. You retreat steadily as villages burn one by one. Your father falls in a night raid. With his last breath, he tells you to survive and pass on the ninjutsu. As long as the art survives, Iga will never truly die. Iga falls. You lead a handful of survivors deep into the mountains. You live like animals, eating wild plants, drinking from streams, waiting for a chance at vengeance. 2 years later, Nobunaga is betrayed by his vassal Akechi Mitsuhide and dies in flames at Hinoji Temple. When you hear the news, you sit in silence in your cave for a long time. Your enemy is dead, but your village will never return. At 30, after Tokugawa Ieyasu unifies Japan, he begins recruiting Iga ninjas into his service. You become the head of the Tokugawa intelligence network, monitoring the movements of feudal lords across the land. You finally find the peasant girl again. She still remembers the masked man. You remove your mask, and when she sees your face, she cries. You marry. After 40, peace settles over the land. Swords slowly rust, and ninjutsu is no longer needed. You begin teaching your son reading and farming at home, instead of how to kill. At 50, you sit quietly beneath the persimmon tree by your door, gazing at the distant mountains. Beyond those mountains lies the village where you were born. The village is long gone, but the mountains remain. In your lifetime, you crept through darkness and killed from the shadows. No one ever knew your name. You guarded others' secrets and buried your own. But in the end, you finally stepped out of the shadows and lived an ordinary life. This was the life of a Sengoku ninja.